4G to 5G evolution, how the 4G evolved to 5G. Here we'll be discussing about that and how they are interconnected with it. Here we can see that there are two types of core, LTE core and 5G core network. G Node B is connected to 5G core network, and user plane and control plane both can be connected to G Node B to the 5G core network directly. But when it connects to LTE core, only the user plane can be set up between LTE core and G Node B. If we talk about E Node B can be connected to LTE core and 5G core network with any of the user plane or control plane. It support both of them. UE can connect its normal control plane and user plane with G Node B and E Node B as well. I'm not talking about the simultaneously. Yes, they can connect simultaneously with one another, but how they can be connected. So G Node B doesn't support control plane setup with LTE core. So this is the main important thing, and how the intelligent interconnectivity is working between them is shown in this diagram. Yes, a little bit in detail. 4G to 5G network entities evolution, how they are being shown over here. We have a central unit and distributed unit in 5G. Let's talk about the 4G. 4G we have EPC, Evolved Packet Core, which is connected to BBU, baseband unit, through S1 S1 interface, and different types of BBU are connected to another type of another BBU of another site through X2 interface, and baseband unit is connected to remote radio unit or radio unit on the site on the E node B through CPRI cable. But as we evolve to the 5G, 5G has a core network, and we have splitted the functionalities in centralized unit and distributed unit of different functionalities of different categories. So BBU have some of the functions of BBU are done by CU, some of the functions are done by DU, and this DU is connected to remote radio unit through eCPRI normal cable as it was in 4G, and CU and DU are connected through F1 interface, and core network is connected to CU in new generation interface. So one site can be connected to another G node B through XN interface, means one centralized unit can be connected to another centralized unit through XN interface, and one central unit can be connected to different DUs. In the case as we have seen earlier that master cell was connected to different secondary cell, or one E node B was having a different secondary cell for capacity enhancement. In the architecture we have seen, so one CU can have different DUs as per the requirement. Let's move on to the network feature on the 4G and 5G comparison. Here we have 4G LTE Advanced and 5G NR. We have network exposure function, we have repository function, we have session management function, user plane function, policy control, authentication, unified data management, and application function. These all blocks are there in 5G core, and user plane is set up through user plane function, and control plane is set up through session management function. If we talk about LTE is more simpler. It has simple SGW, PGW, MME, PCRF, HSS, AUC, and application function. So UDM and AUSF was in one block in 4G. Policy control function was done by PCRF in 4G. AMF and authentic access and mobility function and session management function was done by MME in 4G, and PGW and SGW were handling user data traffic. So here it's done by basically user plane function. So it is a comparison of how LTE Advanced is comparable to 5G NR. If we talk about the blocks and architecture and their network function, remember these are network nodes, network elements. These are network functions. They are dynamic, more flexible, and easy to be implemented. Their location can be changed as per the application requirement. In the next slide, we'll be going for 5G RAN deployment, how the 5G RAN deployment is done with legacy 4G network, and how the interconnectivity work. We'll be discussing in next video.